Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Michelle and I do all things makeup related. If that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload on Mondays and Thursdays. Today's video is just going to be a chill tutorial of just like a basic look, I guess. It's just going to be like an everyday kind of makeup look up here and then with a nice bold lip. So I've never really done a bold lip before, so I'm kind of scared, but I think that it's gonna turn out really well, so let's dive into it. I will first be starting off with this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and for this I just stick my finger in it, get a nice bit of it, and I will just place it all over my face and rub it in. I'm sorry if I'm like staring at the screen weird because I forgot a mirror, so that was like the only thing I forgot out of this makeup look. Next, I will take a damp beauty sponge and I will be using this Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation here and just put a little bit. I need a new one of these because I've kind of been using it for a while, but I just go around and like dab it around. And this shade is a little off for me. It's a little too yellow, whereas I'm a bit more pink, I would say. So I just have to bring it down a little bit further and just make sure that it blends everything in together and it just looks seamless rather than like I have a yellow face. And you can use a makeup brush, but I prefer not to. I don't know, I just really like the way it feels on a beauty sponge. And I know that like with a brush it gives you more product, but I don't know, I can't live without one of these sponges. So I have created a nice base and I will be going in with this e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and I will be placing this right under my eye. I'll put a dot here and a dot here. Do the same on the other eye. And I don't normally put concealer in a lot of other places. Usually just like right here, it's a little bit more red, or where my kind of like acne spots show through a bit more. But I'm not one of those people who likes to put on too much of concealer. Like I don't want everything I've done with my foundation to just be covered up by concealer. I know a lot of people like to do that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I don't know. I feel like it's better to use more concealer if you're doing a more creative look, something that you just need a better base for, if you're doing a lot of color or something. But this one's just like a typical everyday kind of base. And then I do want to just like blend it out so it's not like a white contrast with my foundation. Okay, so there we have that base. Then I will go in with this flour baking powder from Beauty Bakery, and I take this very big blinged brushes. This is the F1 brush from Blinged Brushes, and I will just dip it into the powder, and then I'll just brush it under my eyes first, just because that's where the concealer is. So it helps set the concealer and just gives it a nice powdery matte finish. And then I'll just go in the rest of my face and just kind of pat it on there. You can use a beauty sponge for this too. And the beauty sponge is just to add more product. This just kind of feathers it on. And then I go in with my eyebrows and I use this IT Cosmetics Brow Power. It's a double-ended little thingy here, and you can just, oh, I really need a mirror for this. Oh no, what did I do? I have all these palettes that have mirrors on them, and I totally forgot that I had that in front of me. So I do tend to bring the color, like the pigment of the eyebrow pencil, a bit further in than my natural eyebrow goes, just because I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't go in as far as it should. Like I guess if you like line it up, it's supposed to be here. And I don't have any natural hairs there, so I'll usually do that first. And I go in a little heavier there just because there is no hair, and I can easily just brush that away with the spoolie end once I'm done with the rest of my brow. And then from there, I just kind of take it to its natural curve on the top and the bottom, and then I fill it in where it needs to be filled in. So it's not like the perfect brow, but it works for me. You can see like the difference in the like length of it, especially in the front there. All right, now that the brows are done, I will be going in with this Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed eyeshadow palette. This is one of my go-to like favorite eyeshadow palettes, it's all full of neutrals, but they're more of like a dark, sultry neutral. So I think that this would be really, really good for like wedding looks or just more formal occasions. This isn't for a formal occasion. I'm just going in with whatever. So I will be taking this Blinged Brushes E3 brush. So it's just a nice little fluffy brush. And I'll go into the shade Forehead Kisses right here in the middle. Just as a nice natural color. And I think because it is a little bit darker than like my natural skin tone, I will just put it in the crease here just to add definition to that crease, I guess. My concealer did crease a bit, so I used this to kind of blend it out so it's not creased. And I also used the setting powder kind of as like a setting base for this eye look. So it's not anything super professional or crazy, and I do kind of like to wing it out a little bit. You can also mix it with like a little bit of a darker color if you want a little bit more definition and a little bit more of a shadow. So I went ahead and did that just because I like it to be a little not as natural. I do like there to be some pigment there, and you can kind of see some pigment just to know that I am wearing makeup. It's just a personal preference. And I do like to hold my mirror down just so I can make sure I'm getting right at that brow bone, like right under that brow bone where the crease is. All right, next I'll be going in with this Blinged Brushes E7 brush. It's just kind of like a packing brush. And I'm going to go in with those same shades, and I'm just going to kind of bring them under the eye here, just on the bottom waterline, just to kind of smoke it out a little bit, but with like a natural color. I just feel like it's always too empty if there's no color there. And I personally really like glitter, so you don't have to do this and you could just stop here. But I do kind of want to go in with one of these shades here, and I think that this one's pretty light. This one is French Doors, so I'll just go ahead and swatch it on my finger and then just tap it on my lid. So I really like to focus it more like on the inner corner towards the middle. So it just kind of gives like a nice little sheen, but nothing super over dramatic. So you have like, you can tell I'm wearing makeup, but it's still very subtle and just kind of natural looking. All right, next is my least favorite part, and it is eyeliner. So I go in with this like pencil one before I go in with the liquid, and I just make sure that I can tightline my eye first. I just like the way a pencil feels more. Okay, so I did put that down first, just kind of give myself a little outline for when I put the liquid eyeliner on. I did get it a little bit under this eye, which is fine because I'll just put mascara over it and it should be fine. But now it's time for the scary little liquid eyeliner. So for this, I will again look down, and where my eye like naturally just kind of goes up, I'll go ahead and put a nice little wing there, and then I will drag that in. Beautiful. And then you just color it in. The hardest part with this for me is getting it to match on both sides. So again, I'll just kind of go down and hope that that's like the correct angle. I think that worked out pretty well. I feel like this is the best eyeliner I've done on my channel. Obviously this eye has like a little bit underneath, but I don't really want to like mess it up too much. And I'm just gonna leave it there. So now I'm gonna wait for that to dry before I put on any mascara or anything. So I will next be going into this Belgian Waffle palette. So it's just got the bronzers and the highlighters. And I go in with this F3 brush. This is my favorite face brush. It just applies it so well in my opinion. So I'll go in with a little bit of product, and I will just find like the natural shadow of my face, and I'll just apply it there. And I just feel like with this brush, it just automatically kind of blends itself out, and it's just so soft, and I don't know, I just feel like it makes the perfect seamless contour. And then I will go through and do the same thing on the other side. And then I have this F4 brush, and I'll be going into the Bellini palette from BH Cosmetics. This is just their blushes, and I'm gonna go in with a little bit of it. And for that, I just like to apply it first, like at the apples of my cheeks, and then I'll blend it up and into the bronzer, just for a nice natural blend, I guess. Just blend it in. I did forget to go in on the forehead a little bit, so I will just kind of place a little bit here, just right at the top, at the hairline, just to again give it a little bit more definition, and it kind of gives me more of like a rounded face shape. Next I will go in with this torture device and curl my eyelashes. And then I have this It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and I'll just apply that to my upper and lower lashes. Okay, and you can go ahead and just leave them without any fake lashes. I will put some on just because I did make the eyeliner a little too thick for my preference. It just like, you can only see like the little tiny tips of my eyelashes. So I am going to put on a pair of falsies, and I'm going to be using the D-Star lashes in the style Deborah. These are like my favorite ones. They just are so elegant, and like they aren't natural, but they do kind of give off a bit more of a natural vibe than some of the other ones I have from them. They're just not as dramatic. Okay, so there we go with the lashes. I definitely do like these lashes, and I think that it just kind of accentuates the cat eye I did and the eyeliner. So I really like these. I know you don't have to wear falsies at all. Like, you can just go with this, and this can be your natural everyday look. However, I am going to attempt to do a bold lip. I've never done a bold lip before, so I'm kind of scared. But I do have this Fenty Beauty lipstick in the shade Flamingo Acid. It's a very deep, dark, like maroon red. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that. Kind of scared by that. That's very like pinky red. Or I have this Huda Beauty liquid matte one, which I think I'm gonna go with this one just because this is more of a classic red. It's more of like an orangey red, and this one's more of like a pinky red. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. I am gonna line my lips first. I know this is not like the same color at all, but it just kind of gives me more of a defined line to apply it with, especially because it is a liquid lipstick. Okay, here we go. I'm really scared, but I think it's gonna turn out well. I hope it turns out well. I also have no idea if this is gonna stain. Okay, it's definitely more of an orangey red, but I kind of like it. Like, I've never done a color like this before. And then lastly, I will be going in with some highlighter here. This is the Blinged Brushes F5 brush. And I'll just go ahead and dip into a little bit of highlighter. And I put that like right here, right above the blush, just where like light naturally hits my face. On the nose. You can even take it like down the nose. So there you go. This is a full face. It's kind of like a more natural, neutral face, and then with a nice, bright, bold lipstick. So I actually really like it. Feels very like classic and not natural, like not a no makeup look, but still really pretty. And I've never used a like red before. And I do feel like this one is maybe a little bit more orange, has more orange tint to it than like a pinky red, which I don't know. I wasn't really hesitant to use it just because of like red with red hair, but I think it turned out really well, and I think it's really cute. I really do like it. And again, this is just like a simple basic look. You don't have to do the eyeliner or the false lashes. I mean, you really don't have to do any of the makeup, but I just thought that this would be a fun little look that you guys could do if you wanted to follow along. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you liked it. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That is all I have for this video, and I will see you in the next one. A damp. Wow. Concealer? Nope, not concealer. Foundation. How am I gonna... Oh. I have all these palettes sitting in front of me that have mirrors on them. That does not have a mirror on it. Wow, I'm failing at life today. Whoop! Forehead cookies? Forehead cookies? No. Ooh, that was a lot. That was a lot. And I always hate that because freaking lips are not symmetrical. Please don't